World War II and gold. When World War II began, the global financial system was already fragile. The world had recently experienced the Great Depression, international trade had slowed, and many countries were struggling economically. As the war expanded across Europe and Asia, gold once again became one of the most important strategic resources in the world. Gold was not only a symbol of wealth, it was also a tool of power. Nazi Germany understood this very clearly. As German forces occupied countries across Europe, they systematically seized gold reserves from national central banks. Countries such as Belgium, the Netherlands, and Czechoslovakia saw their gold reserves confiscated and transferred into German control. These gold reserves allowed the German regime to finance parts of its war effort. Gold was particularly valuable because it could be used in international transactions even during wartime. Neutral countries that were not directly involved in the conflict were sometimes willing to trade strategic materials if payment was made in a reliable form of value. Gold provided that reliability. Through gold payments, Nazi Germany was able to purchase certain raw materials and industrial resources that were necessary for its military production. Even during a global war, the metal remained one of the few assets capable of crossing political and economic barriers. Allied protection of gold. While the Axis powers attempted to seize gold reserves, the Allied nations took a very different approach. Many European governments recognized that their national gold reserves could become targets for invasion or occupation. To protect this wealth, they moved their gold far away from the front lines. Several countries transferred their gold reserves across the Atlantic Ocean to the United States and Canada. These transfers were carried out secretly and often under dangerous wartime conditions. Ships carrying gold crossed submarine-filled waters to reach safe storage locations. The goal was simple: prevent these reserves from falling into enemy hands. By storing gold in secure vaults overseas, governments ensured that they would still have financial resources available after the war ended. These reserves would later help rebuild economies and restore financial systems once peace returned. This decision demonstrated how governments viewed gold not only as a wartime asset, but also as a foundation for future recovery. Even in the chaos of global conflict, gold remained a long-term strategic reserve. Gold for survival. Beyond governments and armies, gold also played a deeply personal role during World War II. For countless civilians, especially those facing persecution or forced displacement, small amounts of gold could mean the difference between life and death. Jewish families fleeing Nazi persecution often carried whatever valuables they could hide. In many cases, this meant a few gold coins or pieces of jewelry sewn into clothing or hidden inside personal belongings. These small items had enormous importance. Gold could be exchanged on black markets for food, transportation, or shelter. It could be used to pay smugglers who helped people escape occupied territories. It could also help obtain forged documents needed to cross borders or avoid capture. For families trying to survive under extreme danger, gold provided options when official systems failed. Testimonies from Holocaust survivors frequently mention the role of gold in their escape stories. A few coins could buy a train ticket, secure a place in a truck crossing a border, or provide food for children during long journeys. In these situations, gold was far more than wealth. It was hope, mobility, and a chance to survive one of the darkest chapters in human history.